16 teams, 8 games, 1 trophy to play for. The road to Munich is on, and it is the round of 16s, and it is time for me to predict them. These are some incredible we have some incredible matchups, right? And really close ones. So this is going to be tough. Let's see how many I can actually get right. We're not going to do any scores. We're just going to say who's going through out of each tie. And this is over 2 legs, right? Obviously, so we're going to be predicting it overall, who progresses through into the quarterfinals, into the last 8. But I can tell you this is not going to be easy because some of these games are unbelievable. It's going to be amazing. And Liverpool, as a Liverpool fan, we're going to get to our game later, but I'm a little bit scared. Let's start off with Club Brugge versus Aston Villa. Now, Club Brugge managed to knock out Atalanta, Europa League champions. So that was really, really good on them. And they've had a great season in terms of, I mean, in the league, they're second. I guess that's, they would like to be first, but that's fine. And in the Champions League, the fact that they're here and managed to knock out Atalanta is very impressive. And I think it's mainly because of that front 4 of attackers that they have, led by Hans Vanaken, the captain, the experienced attacking midfielder. You've got Nielsen and Talbi as the wingers, and then Ferran Jutla up front. I think it's a very, very good team. And Joel Ordóñez at the back as well is someone to keep an eye out on. Very good, young, Ecuadorian, talented centre-back. But then on the other side, you have Aston Villa, who not only have the second leg at Villa Park, which is always a plus, they have not had the greatest Premier League season. They're sat 10th currently, but it's mainly been because of the focus on the Champions League, where they managed to progress automatically without any playoffs. And now they play Club Brugge, and Unai Emery, man, that is the difference here. He is so experienced in this regard. 4-time, I think, Europa League winner. Got Villarreal to the Champions League semi-finals as well. He's a European master. And with the likes of Morgan Rogers, with the form that he's on, such a technically gifted player, and Yuri Tielemans, who's been influential in this team this year. Ollie Watkins up front will get you the goals. You've also got now Rashford and Asensio, who've both settled like ducks to water. It's looking good for Aston Villa. Obviously, they managed to take points off Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, which was not the best for us. But they're a very good team, and they have the second leg at home. And I think as good as Club Brugge are, and I think Club Brugge will make this very close. I think this could be 1, maximum 2 goals in it. I think it'll be a very close game. But I think Aston Villa will just progress into the quarterfinals. Now, Dortmund versus Lille is interesting because Dortmund have recently sacked their manager Nuri Sahin and replaced him with Niko Kovac after sitting 10th in the Bundesliga, which is obviously not good enough for Dortmund. Recently, the form has been getting better, and they managed to progress against Sporting, which was good. They won 3-0 away at Jose Alvalade Stadium in Lisbon, and then took them home, and they drew 0-0, and they managed to progress. And now they face Lille, who qualified automatically, who had a very decent season, especially in the Champions League. And Jonathan David is the difference maker up there. I mean, 13 goals this season. He is a killer. He's a killer striker. And I think big teams will be looking at him this summer. I think this is a really close one, really tough one to call. Because Dortmund, you also have that Westfalenstadion yellow wall atmosphere that we know they're going to bring. First leg in Dortmund. I think Dortmund will win that. But I think Lille, somehow, I don't know if it will be 90 minutes, it might be extra time or penalties, but I think Lille will somehow manage to progress through to the quarterfinals, which I think will be a huge achievement for them. And I have them going through against Dortmund. PSV versus Arsenal, man. Arsenal, what is it? What is no X factor? The injury is mainly Saka. Not great form. 0-0 against Forest. They lost 1-0 to West Ham. It's not been going good for them. And this is the last competition that I think really they have a chance of winning. Out the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and pretty much out the title race. This is it. But PSV is not going to be a pushover, especially for Arsenal currently in their form. I think PSV haven't been in the greatest form recently, but they're second in the in the Eredivisie. They managed to knock out a team from the Serie A, Juventus, in the previous round, which was very impressive. And I think in terms of talent, especially attacking talent, PSV right now are just way better off than Arsenal. You've got Bakayoko and Noah Lang on the wings. You've got Luke de Jong and Gus Till. Luke de Jong, I think, is just, I mean, he's something. Arsenal would do anything to have a Luke de Jong right now, right? Just a striker that, like, a natural striker that is a finisher. Arsenal don't have that. And at the back, man, Ryan Flamingo, what a player. 22 years of age. This guy is a talent. I'm telling you, big clubs will want him in the summer. I think PSV have what it takes here But Arsenal still are, they've still got amazing players, right? You think about Gabriel Saliba, you've got Odegaard, you've got Rice. I mean, it's still a very good team. You've got young talents like Ranieri. But I think, I sense a surprise here. I think that PSV will knock Arsenal out, but I don't even think it'll be that much of a surprise because of Arsenal's current injury crisis and just lack of anything going forward, lack of any X factor whatsoever. It wouldn't be a surprise, and I think PSV are going to do it. I think they're going to knock out the Gunners and progress to the quarterfinals to face one of the Madrid teams, but Real or Atletico? That's the question. I mean, this is a battle for the ages. I mean, the Madrid derby, to get it in the Champions League in the round of 16 is amazing. And with how close the teams are now, I mean, top of La Liga is Atletico Madrid. And a couple of weeks ago, it was the Madrid derby at the Bernabeu. That finished 1-1. And the first leg is at the Bernabeu, which means advantage Atleti, because they get to take them to the Wanda Metropolitano for the second leg, which is obviously better for them. But in terms of X factor, there is no better team in the world than Real Madrid. You've got Mbappe, you've got Vinicius, you've got Bellingham, you've got Rodrigo, you've got Fede Valverde. This team is stacked with quality, right? Probably, in terms of quality of players, the best in the world. Atletico, though, in terms of coaching, Diego Simeone, just what a tactician, what an expert this guy is. And Julian Alvarez as well, the form that he's in very good form. Griezmann as well, we know what he can do. He's done it many times to Real Madrid, you know? But there's this thing, right? Real Madrid and Atleti have played each other many times in the Champions League, and it always goes one way, right? Whether it's La Decima, whether it's 2 years later in the final of the 2016 Champions League, Real Madrid always find a way. And I have bet against Real Madrid so many times, and it always comes back to bite me. So I want Atletico to go through. I really, really do. I love Diego Simeone. I love the passion, and I just don't really like Real Madrid, especially because they always manage to beat us somehow. I'm going to, however, err on the side of caution, and I'm going to go with Real Madrid to just sneak through. And I think it'll be because of Mbappe, to be honest. Feyenoord versus Inter Milan. Now, Feyenoord recently sacking Brian Priske and replacing him with Robin van Persie, which is going to be really, really interesting. But the form hasn't been amazing recently. They did, however, manage to knock out Milan, which was very, very impressive. But now they face the other team from Milan, Inter, who, top of Serie A, progressed through automatically in the Champions League. So well coached, Simeone and Inzaghi. And they have an amazing team. Defensively, really, really solid. With Bastoni, and Acerbi and Bisek as that back three. You've got DiMarco and Dumfries as the wing backs. You've got Çalhanoğlu and Barella running the midfield. And up front, you've got Lautaro Martinez. This is just... It's a great team. It's a great team. So much quality in this team. And X factor, but well coached. Defensively solid. They are built for a long run in this competition, and they have the second leg at the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza, aka the San Siro. So I just don't see any other way that this goes, and I think that Feyenoord are a great team with some very, very good players. I mean, they did, however, just lose Santi Jimenez, but they've got, the wingers, Igor Paixão and Haj Musa, I think could be difference makers. At the back, I think Hansko's a very, very good player. Obviously, he played for Sparta, so I know a lot about him. But it's just not enough, man. It's not going to be enough. I think Inter Milan progress this, and I think this is maybe the easiest one to predict. Sorry, Feyenoord fans. You're a great team, but Inter, I think they could go deep in this competition. Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen. This is another tie for the ages. Bundesliga team number 1 versus Bundesliga team number 2 from this season, and Bayern have the first leg at the Allianz. Which way is this tie going to go? Because, well, in the league, it's been Bayern Munich this season who have been comfortably better. But in the Champions League, it's actually been Leverkusen, with Bayern Munich getting quite lucky to progress through against Celtic. So that's why this is going to be tough to call. This could go either way. You've got amazing players on either side. You've got Kane and Musiala leading the charge in the attack for the Bayern Munich. And for Leverkusen, the attack is... Florian Wirtz, he's the main guy, but Patrick Schick, he's having a great season. You've got Frimpong and Grimaldo on either side. But I just think that there's a bit of an inevitability to Bayern Munich, and I think that, Elise as well, the form that he's on this season, I think that they will just have enough. I think Bayern Munich will progress very tightly. It'll be very close though, because I mean they're top of the league, right? They've been better than Leverkusen consistently this season. But I think that there could be a spanner in the works here. I think it could be tough, especially with Leverkusen having the second leg at home. But I'm gonna go with it. I think that Vincent Kompany's men will have enough to take on Inter Milan in the quarterfinals by beating Bayer Leverkusen. Now we head to Benfica versus Barcelona. This is going to be crazy because it's a repeat of the game that we saw in the Champions League in the group stage or in the league phase, where Benfica obviously lost in a dramatic way 5-4 to a last-minute goal from Rafinha, and now they face again. So this is going to be an amazing game for everybody to watch. The neutrals are going to absolutely love this. And Benfica have a team that is full of talent. Absolutely full of talent, right? The attack, the front three of Bruma, Pavlidis and Actor Kolo is capable of scoring goals. At the back, I mean, Antonio Silva. This guy's a really, really good young talent, along with the experience of Otamendi. And also one player that I really enjoyed last time I watched against Barcelona actually is the 21-year-old Spaniard Alvaro Carreras. I think he has a lot of potential. This team and Orkan Kokcu in the middle is everything for this team, right? He is the metronome, and I think they have Bruno Lage as well, a fantastic manager. They're a great side, Benfica, but Barcelona are too strong. Barcelona will have enough somehow. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal, Pedri, just leading everything, controlling from midfield. I mean, the defence as well. Pau Kubasi, along with you've got Balde, left back, Koundé, right back. I mean, it's a stacked team, right? Marc Casado's had a great season. There is no position is weak for Barcelona, and mainly the wingers, Rafinha and Yamal, X factor. Right, that is the key thing. I'm going to keep saying it in today's video. X factor. That is what is important in the Champions League, and Barcelona have it in abundance, especially on the wings. And I think they will. I don't think it'll be comfortable, but I think they will get past Benfica. And now for the final game. The biggest club in the world, my team Liverpool, we take on PSG, and I am nervous, guys. I am nervous because PSG, invincible in Ligue 1, the season that they've had, and Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, the wingers, along with Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia, who they've just signed, the midfield, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, and Desiree Doué. The talent is everywhere. I think the defence is a little bit questionable. We can get at them there. But I'm sorry, the talent in this team is unbelievable. Luis Enrique as well knows how to do it in the Champions League. He's obviously won a Champions League before. And guys, I am scared. The form that PSG are on, thrashing Stade Brestois, completely annihilating them. But we are Liverpool. We're top of the best league in the world. We've had a spectacular season. And we have who I think is the best player in the world, Mo Salah, as well as the best centre-back partnership in the world this season, Konate and Van Dijk. So I can be scared, but I don't have to be too scared, especially because we have the main thing. The thing that I think will make us win this game. Anfield. We have Anfield on a European tie in the second leg. Forget about it. Honestly, I think we are going to lose in the Parc des Princes. I honestly do think so. But when we take them back to Anfield, boy oh boy. Memories of Roberto Firmino in 2018 when he did that celebration at Anfield, last minute winner. We just know how to do it at Anfield, and we've done it so many times, and we're going to do it again, I think. I think that we progress to the quarterfinals. I don't think it'll be pretty. I think it will be close. I think PSG are an amazing team, but we will just have enough to scrape through. I really hope I haven't jinxed it there, guys. I'm really, really scared. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's see how many of my predictions are correct. I really hope as many as... I just hope the Liverpool one's correct. I really hope it is. Fingers crossed. Because, guys, this is going to be... It's going to be maybe the biggest challenge of our season so far. Even though we've played Real Madrid, we played City many times. We've played Arsenal. But I think this will be the biggest challenge. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys soon.